Is there a live translation on the YouTube channel? Oh yeah, okay, I see. Okay. So I suppose we can start, yeah? Is everything okay? With the voice, with the picture? Is anybody in the chat that can tell us if it's okay, if you can hear us, if you can see us? Okay, we have some technical issues with the Instagram translation, live translation on Instagram. So just keep calm and everything will be okay in a few minutes. By the way, Alexander Lakernik, Alexander Lakernik, as we say it here. How are you doing today?
Fine. Okay.
And what are your expectations about this live translation?
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Are you ready for the tough questions?
Oh, yes.
That's cool. That's what we're here today. Yeah.
Fine.
So, our technical engineers are okay with this now? Well, not yet. Okay, we're just waiting for the translation.
There is one secret person that you can see.
Yeah, we're waiting for one person.
Special guest.
Special guest who is working with us for this whiteboard here, and we're waiting for him and the live translation on Instagram. So just wait a little. Thank you. Okay, one more time. If is it okay? If you can hear us, if you can hear us, please type something in the chat on YouTube that I can understand that everything is fine on the YouTube translation. Well, it's 11 on YouTube right now. Okay, wait for several minutes.
Do they hear us?
I actually don't know. They don't type anything in the chat, you know? That's the problem.
Maybe somebody will comment.
I'll appreciate it very, very much if someone will comment. Well, yeah. So, just several minutes. Oh, and here we are. Well, the third person here on our translation, and I suppose we're ready to start, yeah?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, so good afternoon one more time, everyone. We're here today on the live translation, which is devoted to the first anniversary of Global Skating Academy. I'm Daniel, here with me, our new colleague. Well, she's not new, but
yes.
Live, she's new. Her name is Anne. She's working for us as a social media marketing manager. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, and of course, the person, a well-known person, Alexander Lakernik, who we have an interview with today. So, nice to meet you too.
Thank you. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, and I suppose we'll start with the questions about the past. So it was a hard, long year, and I want to know actually the first question: what goals the set for this year, and what was actually accomplished?
Uh, the main goal was to start, and the second goal was to produce products of good quality. What we have managed to do? We have managed to conduct two international competitions in Uzbekistan with plenty of skaters, plenty of clubs, and I think the competitions were successful. In Uzbekistan, these were the first ever held international interclub competitions and even international competitions. So we were glad to organize it there and to show that even in a new place there can be a competition of a very good quality. We had 27 categories. We had prizes for all the winners and souvenirs for all participants. And I think everybody was pleased. And it's not my opinion, it's the opinion of skaters, coaches, parents. That's one thing. Then we managed to conduct three international training camps, two in Turkey, one in Armenia, and to show good training camps with excellent teams of coaches. And again, I think everybody was pleased with the results. Also, we conducted two online official seminars, one seminar for the advanced listeners and one seminar for beginners from scratch, where we explained the details of judging. And one thing more, people who pass this exam after the seminar have the right to judge our competitions, and one of them already did that. That's maybe the main results of the season.
Well, perfect. It was quite good season, as I see. And well, okay, we did a lot of things: seminars, coach, camps, competition, and so on. And what about unleash fields? So, was anything not accomplished?
I think yes. We had less competitions than we planned. We had to cancel some competitions for geopolitical reasons, and we had to cancel one competition because suddenly the owners of the rink, the management of the rink, increased greatly the ice price, and we could not afford to pay so much. And that's what we didn't do this year.
Okay, so considering all the things which was made, which was not accomplished, how, like, overall do you evaluate this season for the GSA?
Well, the question we ask ourselves, was this year successful or not? And in total, it was successful because we achieved most of the goals and we see what we can do for the future. We had altogether around 300 athletes. We had representatives of 40 clubs from 30 countries. So I think for the first year, it's not a bad result.
Well, yeah, it's quite a good result. And do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have a few questions. So the first one is about your goals. So what goals and challenges did you set for yourself personally as organizers and creators of this project?
Well, we were thinking what we could do for the development of figure skating in the world. On the top level, seniors, even juniors, there are plenty of competitions. There are many people who are working at that. And on the children's level, it's much less. And it's mostly done on the level of the ICU members who do not cooperate well with each other. Plus, that sometimes members lack resources for such activity. And our main goal is to work to develop figure skating on children's level.
Okay.
Okay. And the second question I have, so you told about the cancellation of some events. So I would like to ask you, did the cancellation of these events have a strong impact on this year's success, or it's an experience which will be used in the future, and so the project itself is resistant to risks and some force majeures?
The answer is both. Of course, it's a loss. It's a loss in activity, it's a business loss. But on the other hand, we gained experience. Sometimes we understood what is better to do in future. So, well, when you start, and even after you start, people make mistakes. The ones who do not make mistakes, they don't do anything.
That's true. That's true. Well, to sum up, one more time about the development of figure skating. How many events were there? How many children participated? And how many clubs from different countries were involved?
2 competitions, 3 camps, 2 official seminars, 300 participants, 40 clubs, and 30 countries.
Okay. Very good results, I suppose.
Well, they are good, but we hope to increase all the numbers.
We hope to be better.
Yes,
Well,
definitely.
of course, and this is for the first part, for the second part of our live translation, where actually we're discussing plans for the upcoming season. And the first question from here, well, I suppose it's about objectives. Objectives for the season. Which objectives do you have for the season of 2024?
Globally speaking, to increase our activity, to expand our activity, to have more events, more competitions, more camps, more seminars. That's what we will try to do. For the next season, for the next year, we plan 4 training camps, 1 in China and 3 in Turkey. We plan at least 3 interclub international competitions, some of them in Uzbekistan, but some in other places. We plan 2 online seminars, and we are trying to bring something new into our products. For example, for the competitions, our plan is to introduce a new, unique for interclub competitions feature into all our competitions, but I will not say now what is this feature. It will be published in the announcements of the competitions. For the seminars, one of our seminars is right after the ICU Congress. The Congress finishes in the middle of June, and at the end of June, we already have the online seminar, which will discuss also all the changes that will be accepted by the Congress. And this is very useful for the participants of the seminar. So that's more or less the direction of our work.
Well, when you talked about the competition and about the camps, you announced like there will be a camp in China.
Yeah.
But
We haven't announced it in our social medias. Why?
Well, there are different camps. There are camps organized completely by our club, and the whole information is on the website. And this camp was organized following the request of a Chinese club. So the way the seminar is announced in China or plus other countries, it's not our decision, it's the decision of the club.
Okay. Well, let's look precisely at things like, for example, we begin with camps. So, about the camps, why did you decide to bring the entirely different specialists for each camp in summer?
I would first start differently. First, we decided that for all our camps, last year, this year, in future, we will use only excellent coaches and not middle class. That's one of our, things. Then we want to show different directions of development because every coach has its own style and we want to show different styles. And the last reason is that the best coaches are very busy. They have many pupils, their own pupils. It's very difficult to take them out of the training process for a long time.
Okay.
And Alexander Lakernik, I want to talk with you about one important moment about the questions which we received.
And it's very, very difficult to find one more occupation for her. So we'll see how it works. Maybe the more participants will be at the camp, the more might be her interest into coming there. We'll see.
So come to us, and Terry will come to us also.
Maybe a good slogan.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk a bit about the seminars. Well, we had 2 seminars last year, and why actually are they necessary? So what do they offer for people? What makes these seminars unique?
Well, first of all our officials in the world, they must renew their knowledge. And this is a process that is in all ICU regulations. That once in a certain period, they must pass a seminar. Our seminar doesn't give them this sign that they passed the ICU seminar, but it gives knowledge. And without knowledge, I don't think you can judge properly. And it's, as I said before, it's quite important for this season because there might be significant rule changes at the Congress, and then we'll give information practically right after the Congress.
Alexander Lakernik, is this seminar suitable for parents, not only for trainers or coaches or judges?
In principle, yes, we are open. Any parent can register and take part in the camp, but yes, we have a seminar sometimes from scratch, but even parents should have some basic knowledge of figure skating. If during practices they sit and watch their kids, maybe they will get this knowledge. If they sit outside of the rink and wait for them there, I don't know.
So the parents will answer us this question.
Yeah.
Okay. we talked about some unique features in the future on the competition from Global Skating Academy. And total overall, what about the plans for the competitions for the next year?
Well, it's not easy to organize interclub competition. We need to find good time when skaters are less busy. You need to find rather cheap ice, which happens seldom now in the world. We have to organize all the process, but in general, it's a possibility for skaters from different clubs, from different countries, to meet each other, to see each other, to see how figure skating is developing in different places. It's done more or less on a grown-ups level, and we are trying to do the same on children's level. That's our goal.
Well, when you were answering the question, you mentioned like logistic problems, price problems, like about the price of the ice and so on. And I suppose we forgot to tell something about well, the plans, the objectives for the season, about the like financial objectives, because it's also quite an important thing, don't you know?
I do know quite well. To organize competitions, it's expensive. I just explained why.
Yeah.
To organize camps, it's also very expensive because you have to rent ice and a lot of ice, and you have to pay the coaches. As I mentioned, our coaches are one of the best in the world, and these coaches, sorry, cost a lot. So if we want to work with these coaches, we must be ready to pay them the salary they're usually getting. And our financial goal is to somehow successfully fight with all these problems, because it's not easy to deal with finances, especially now, because everything is increasing in prices. Ice becomes more expensive. Travel becomes much more expensive. So it's difficult. We are trying to find sponsors. They could help us in our development, and the more sponsors we find, the better will be our product, I assure you.
Yeah, I suppose it's true, because actually I think that this is only my opinion, but I think that many people say it also right this way, that our camps are quite well organized, like the transfer to the ice rink from the hotel, etc., like different souvenirs, and also all of these things need some money. And the sponsorship, like advertising of something, if anybody can help us with this.
If somebody have brands, companies, we're ready.
Yeah, we're open. We are open.
We will be very glad.
Yeah.
For cooperation, of course.
So to sum up, well, the number of the events. So how many camps, how many competitions, and how many seminars?
Well, at the moment, we have planned 4 camps. I am not exactly sure about competitions, but at least 3. And seminars, I think there will be 2. It's enough.
Okay, so we are moving to the third part.
I have one question.
Okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
about the competition. So, as you know, in our competitions, we have some athletes from Russia. So, I would like to ask if the presence of this athlete doesn't contradict the rules.
Well, it's not the rule, it's a resolution of the ISU Congress that doesn't allow at the moment Russian skaters and skaters from Belarus to participate in international competitions. But this is not an international competition, this is an interclub competition. And interclub competition, we can have skaters from all countries, even countries that are not ISU members. The club just has to send an entry, and we have to accept every skater that is entered. That's the speciality of these interclub competitions.
Mhm. So we are open to the athletes from all over the world,
Correct.
different political at the moment.
Yeah. Well, there are several frequently asked questions in which many people, like our participants, the parents of our participants, and so on, are really interested in. And the first question: what can a week-long camp offer them?
Well, first thing I would say that the camp shows how to work because it's not a holiday, it's not sport tourism, it's a week of hard work and very hard work. And many participants are not accustomed to this work. And we show them how they should work in not only at the camp, but at home. And second, we show them the direction of the work. Our coaches show them what they must do so that they can work at that again at home with their own coach.
Well, the second really tricky question: why is it so expensive?
Well, everything depends on the quality. We want to produce excellent quality, which means excellent coaches, good conditions, good ice, decent hotel, transportation from the hotel to the rink. We want to have a camp of really excellent quality. And this camp costs money. Everything becomes more expensive. We are trying to find with that. We even managed it this year to a little bit lower the price. The price was $1,500 last year. This year is 1,300. We understand the problem. It's world is difficult now. Life is difficult. We are doing whatever we can, but we cannot conduct camps paying by our own money.
Yeah, and one thing it's I suppose our viewers should know. Well, when you register for the camps, you need to pay 300 in advance to have a place on our camp. So this I suppose we need to mention.
Yes, that's correct because if you pay some preliminary sum of money, we definitely know that you will come, unless something really serious happens. And if you don't pay anything, then there's always a risk that you register. At the last moment, some people don't come. They even don't inform us that they will not come. They just do not come. And maybe we had previously refused some other skaters because there was no place for them.
Mm-hmm. Well, the next question. Well, how often will the coach who is announced as the headliner of the camp, actually, appear at the training session?
Well, first of all, maybe I should explain a little bit more. That at every camp there is a headliner, the main coach, and how often does this person appear on the ice? At all practices. The answer is very simple.
Oh, well, it's simple, but perhaps not for people.
Well, people should not be afraid that this headliner will appear at the opening of the seminar and they will not see him again. Even when Ate was with us, she was present at every practice during the period she was there.
Yeah, so don't be hesitate. Everything is fine. The headliner will be on all practices during the. What is included in the cost of the camp?
We have 2 ice practices per day. We have general special physical exercises, and we have choreography, which is quite important as well. And that will be every day.
Okay, and about the logistics, as we have camps in different places, and actually for many people, it's a different country, as we are an international organization. Yeah. Do you provide any hotel recommendations?
Well, maybe I'll start even with another story. We've chosen Turkey for our camps this year, not only because ice there is relatively cheap, but also because there are good flights to Istanbul from all over the world. It's a very convenient place. We had to change one city. 2 camps are in GSA, and one will be in Samsun. That's a little bit aside from Istanbul. You'll have to get there, but on the other side, this is a beautiful place on the city shore, on the beach, and there will be possibility not only to train and train hard, but also to a little bit rest. And for parents, maybe not a little bit, but more.
It's the balance.
Yes, that's the balance. At the camp, we book a hotel for our moderators, our coaches. And then we have an agreement with the hotel that they will provide rooms that are a little bit cheaper than official price for our participants. So if our participants choose this hotel, they will have better prices than regular. And from this hotel, we organize transportation to the rink and back. And of course, a participant can choose a different hotel, but then they will have to get to the rink by themselves.
Mm-hmm. So now I think it's my time to ask some questions. So in summary, what sets our project apart from other organizations, organizers of similar events, and why should GSA be chosen?
I think the main things are 2. First, it's on children's level, which is not often done. And second, it's when it's a camp, it's a top level coaches, and which are very difficult to bring anywhere. And that's what we are trying to do. When we started the project, we immediately started with this, and we are not planning to change.
And one more question is about how what allowed you to create this project so quickly? Because I'm working here already for 1 year, nearly, and the project exists nearly 1 year, more than 1 year, as I know. Yeah. So as I know, all these stories, it was really quickly created and on such good level.
Well, I suppose it's our previous experience. As you know, was the ICU vice president. Before that, I was the chair of the figure skating technical committee, and I have experience in organizing events in Russia and throughout the world. And Maria, who is working with me, he has also a big experience in organizing events in different countries. So using this experience, we tried to develop as quick as possible. We also sometimes make mistakes. Sometimes we have problems. That's natural. But we are we are building our activity from scratch, but with big previous experience.
So I think the experience is the main resource for building something.
Experience plus some new ideas. Maybe it's a mixture of young and old. Maria brings ideas.
And also the
I
desire,
help
internal
to bring
desire.
them to life. What?
And I think it's also internal desire.
Yeah, that's correct. Well,
not only wish, desire.
Desire. You know, I am now only the honorary vice president because of age, but I still have knowledge, I have experience, I have strength, including physical strength, and I want to implement it somewhere. I don't want to sit on the bench and read the book.
So we sit on the bench only during the real broadcast.
Yeah. Now I am, but this is a soft bench.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
Well, any more questions? Because we have something in our chat.
No, but yeah, I think it's time to answer your questions, dear followers. So let's start. And on the Instagram, please, we're ready to read all these questions and also to answer them.
The first question, can everybody attend seminar in June?
Yes, everybody can attend official seminar in June. You must register on our website and you have the right to attend.
Okay, and well, one more question. It's a theoretical question, I suppose. What do you think about a new idea of the choreo spin?
Well, you know, when I was the chair of the committee, we discussed a lot this possibility of a choreo spin and didn't come to any conclusion because you should not discuss the choreo spin by itself. The idea is good by itself, but you have to discuss it as part of the program. What happens with the levels of other spins, how it all works together, and it depends on the whole proposal of the technical committee.
Okay, well, thank you. The GSA is based in Uzbekistan. Is that right?
That is correct. We had to register the club somewhere, and we were thinking where to register, and finally the club was fully registered in Uzbekistan in accordance with the laws of that country.
Okay, and one more question. Can coaches also attend the camps?
Coaches can attend the camps in two versions. One, they can sit somewhere on the spectator seats and watch. Then they don't pay anything, they just watch and are not involved in the process. Or they want to be involved in the coaching process, they want to be on the ice together with their pupils, then they will have to pay something, of course less than the skaters, but they will have to pay.
Okay, and one more question. I suppose we have answered it, but one more time. Well, if you're in Jakarta, are you available to participate in the seminar in June, in this official seminar?
In June, me?
No,
No.
the person.
You are first allowed every time.
You're allowed,
Anytime.
actually, yeah.
Yeah. I will be one of the moderators. The moderators will be Rita Zonakainen, former member of the ISU Technical Figure Skating Committee, and myself. And everybody can attend the seminar. For this, you must go to our website, register there, find there the part where the seminars are, register, and pay a small amount of money and take part in the seminar.
Okay. Well, I see that on the YouTube, that's it.
But we have an Instagram some questions.
Okay, yeah.
So the first question is, which level of skating should have an athlete to participate in our camps?
Well, the question is correct, and we actually invite all the skaters, but not the ones who cannot skate at all. They must be able to do maybe at least single jumps. But then we will split them into groups according to their age, according to their level of skating. So we accept people from the ones who do single jumps maybe to the ones who can do quads. We had both of these levels.
Okay, any other?
So one moment. The next question is, if I would like to participate in all three camps, which profit it will be for me? What the final result?
Well, you will see different directions of skating, and they are all good directions. In some parts they are the same, but in some parts they are different, and you will be able to see what is better for your kid from the way of parent. And the skater will also have a possibility to decide which way to go.
So everything is possible to get known in comparison.
Correct.
Yeah, super. And the next question, is it possible to create programs for new season on your camp?
It is possible. It's for this, when you come to the camp, you should address us, and there will be people at our camps who can make programs, but that's in addition to the regular camp.
Well, I have a question similar to this one. And is it possible to take private lessons?
Yes, we had our seminar lasts, let's say, 8 hours per day, and our camp lasts like 8 hours per day, and then there is a possibility to rent some additional ice and skate more with taking private lessons from the coaches, and we will help to organize that.
We have some cute comments. So one of our participants from the camp in GSA write that I was in your first camp in GSA. I loved it so much. Thank you for organizing it. Oh, thank you, Rex. Thank you. We're also ready to see you and we love you.
Yeah.
So other questions, or we have also here some questions. Yeah, let's continue with the Instagram. So one question is about the seminars. So is it possible to have our seminars in real life, not online? Somebody would like to see you in real life, not only on the screen.
Well, I am conducting seminars in real life as well.
It's your private lessons?
Yes, like my private lessons. But for this, it must be organized. There must be a place where to conduct it. There must be people who are ready to come. Somebody must pay for my travel there, for my work there. So theoretically, this is possible. Frankly speaking, I like more on live seminars than online seminars.
Mm-hmm.
But it's some problem how to organize it. But if there will be many officials writing to us that they would like to have such seminars, we'll start thinking in that direction.
So I'm waiting for your letters about this. And also we have one more question about the seminars. So do you have practical and theoretical exam on your seminars?
Yes.
I think
yes, both. After the seminar we have theoretical and practical exam. And speaking of new judges, people who pass successfully these exams, as I said, they have the right to judge our competitions. And we invited one of these judges to our last competition, and he was quite successful there.
Mm-hmm. And so also I would like to underline, as I know, as I understand, the seminars give the participants opportunity to prepare for a real exam, which they will pass and get the certificate of the real coach, or not coach, judge.
Well, that's correct. People who will go to this year to Frankfurt, who will go this year to Oberstdorf, they can, before that, be present, take part in our seminar, and that will help them to know better all rules, all the rule changes. That's a good way of preparation.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it's really important, I think, because I know it's very important to prepare in any exams. It doesn't matter in university or such events. So, Daniel, do you have any?
Yeah, sure. Let's visualize that we are at the center right now for 1 minute, for just 1 minute, and we have a question. What is a choreo spin?
A choreo spin is, roughly speaking, a spin without levels. What is level? Level, that is difficulty of the spin. And choreo spin is a spin where the emphasis is only on the quality. So you must have good speed, nice looking positions, something original there, not necessarily difficult. And all this will be included in QE because choreo elements are judged only on QE.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I suppose it was quite clear.
Yeah, I think. I have one interesting question.
Yeah.
So, are adults available to participate in your camps? Do I have the opportunity?
Yeah, actually, no, yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't my question. Just I would like to underline.
The question is not only camps. The question is also competitions. Do we invite adults for camps, for competitions? It's a question of how many there are. This year, at our last competition, we had adults, but there were only 3 of them, and that was not very interesting. If the numbers are big, we can discuss it. But for small numbers, I don't think it makes sense.
So let's gather and then make a big group of adults, and everything will be okay, I think.
Yeah, and one more question. Could you conduct a seminar during the camp?
Not only could you, I will do that. During every seminar, there will be a theoretical part, once a seminar, for skaters, for coaches. Even parents can listen if they understand what I will be speaking about. But we used this practice before, and we plan to have it this year as well.
And does this practice give some results and some feedback from coaches, from parents, from athletes? Is it useful?
Yeah, of course. Congress changes the rules. Rules are different. Some elements are now no longer valid. You have to change them. You have to understand the requirements. And sometimes you can understand them just by reading the rules, but for many people it's not enough. So that's a possibility to explain. And during the camp, we can try something on the ice as well, in accordance with the new rules. So it's definitely helpful.
So as I can see, the camp is the complex product that gives the opportunity to practice physically and also in some theoretical knowledges. It's cool, I think.
No, correct.
Yeah.
Well, we turn back to the choreo spin. Actually, there was a continuation of the question. I'm not sure it's the correct translation in English, like how to make an original pose in choreo spin. I'll say it in Russian as it was in the question. Как сделать оригинальный позу в choreo spin?
Show us, please.
What is original? Original is something new that was not done before or done very rarely. If you ask me what is an original spin, sorry, you must yourself produce what is an original spin, because it's something new. If I show you, it already will not be so new. So that's what you should think. Watch competitions, watch programs, see there sometimes, even in our regular spins, there are sometimes very interesting positions, unique positions that not everybody can do, and they try to use them maybe, and everything will be welcomed. But I must say one thing. First, the Congress must accept all the changes. We'll have to wait a little bit till the middle of June.
So wait for showing all your original ideas. Maybe.
No, I wouldn't say that. People already should prepare, but whether they will need the choreo spin or not, the Congress will decide.
It will be the secret as the secret about our competition.
Our features.
No,
Some details.
It's not a secret. It's just the opinion of many ISU members. There's no secret there.
Okay, and one more question. Oh, actually, thank you for your girl will find out something like an original post. One more question. Are you also giving feedback on programs at the camps?
Well, first of all, it's summer. I'm not so sure that programs are ready. But if somebody is ready to show a program, we can think of that. That's not impossible.
Mm-hmm. Okay, one more question. What do you think about only 6 jumping elements?
What?
What do you think about only 6 jump elements?
We're starting to check some elements.
Yeah.
You know, now our goal was to discuss GSA. Our goal was not to discuss new rules, especially my opinion of the new rules. So first I will wait for the Congress decisions and then see what to do with it.
So you also need to wait in this way?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So maybe we will move to the Instagram questions.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So the first questions from you ones. How can we register to the camps?
Oh, well, go to our website. Maybe we could show our website again somehow.
You can find the link in our social
Description.
medias, description.
It's in the description of the live translation on the YouTube.
Instagram also have the main part with different links you can find there.
And as soon as you get to our website, there are different files there. You can see camps, you can see competitions, you can see seminars, and you can find the place where to register there.
So, but easier way is just to write us in the direct in Instagram, and we will help you to make all the things. Don't worry.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Yes, of course. So, which equipment should we have with us on the camp? I think good mood.
Well,
First of all.
first of all, skates.
Mm-hmm.
Skates with maybe covers. What is the name in English? Covers.
No, I think
You're
the
right.
covers, cases, yeah, for
boots, skates, covers. For choreography, usually they need a small carpet, rubber carpet,
yoga carpet.
rubber, and nothing else, I suppose.
Maybe special shoes for
Yes,
choreo
for choreography you need
and physical exercises also.
And what shoes?
Sneakers, I would say.
Yeah, so Maria is also with us, but now you can hear her voice, and it's very important. We're one big team. So next question. Let's move forward. Who will be head coaches on the summer camps?
Head coaches will be Lorenzo Magri from Italy for our camp in June, Sergei Dudakov for our camp in July, and Evgeny Rukovitsyn for our camp in August.
So big different company.
Yeah.
So next question. Which languages will be used on the camps?
On the camps, the main language is English. And we try to communicate in English. If sometimes another language can help, sometimes Russian can help, sometimes something else can help, we'll be open anyway, because our goal is that the skaters understand what the coaches are saying. But the main language that is used will be English.
So I think in the century of the high technology, it won't be the big problem. Or we have some special apps on our telephones, and so it's not a problem.
And then one moment we think maybe the first practice is a little bit difficult. And then skaters understand quite well what the coach is saying,
Yeah.
because it's more the movements than the language.
It's the common language for all athletes.
Correct.
Okay, so next question. How many hours athletes will spend on the ice during the camp, as I understand?
From 2 practices, each practice from 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes.
So it's like 2.5 hours a day. Yeah?
Well, 2 or 2.5 hours per day. And somebody could ask, why so little? Because the practice shows that more doesn't work. We could make it more, but the skaters are really getting tired.
Yeah, sure.
And they start repeating not good things.
Mistakes.
They start repeating mistakes. And that's very dangerous.
Also, there is not only the ice during the
Correct.
day, and so in
Correct.
complex, it's a good physical activity.
Yes, in the whole, in total, the activity is more than enough.
So we have many questions. Thank you for your attention and for your activity. So the question is, how you will share the athletes to the categories?
During the first practice, we'll see what they can do, and then we'll split them into categories depending on their age and on what they can do.
So, Daniel, do you have a question?
Of course we have.
So,
Well,
I will give you the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. Is it possible to create programs for new seasons during the camp?
Let me think. What we have. At some camps it will be possible. I don't promise for all camps, but at some camps it will be possible.
Okay, one more question. I'm not sure that it's about GSA, so will be extra points added to the jumps with hands up. I'm not sure that's.
Well, again, it's nothing to do with our club, but I will answer. For me, it's not a plus nor a minus. It's a different technique of doing the jump with hands up or hands down, and every skater chooses his own way. And I wouldn't add something or deduct something for these hands.
Okay, well, one more question. It's quite interesting, I suppose. Do you also have ballet or like dance classes on the camps?
Maria, do we have dance classes at the camp?
Exactly.
Yes?
Exactly. Yes.
Yes. Answer is yes.
So I suppose at Folio we have something like ballet because there are a lot of different elements from the ballet and so on. So I think we can say that we have ballet and dance classes on our camps. Well, are there any other questions on the Instagram?
Yes, one more question. So, will it be 7 days practice or it will be a day off during the camp time? Everyone would like to see the sea, to have some rest, you know?
It's difficult to say because first, everybody wants to have a rest. That's correct because skaters get tired. But everybody, on the contrary, paid big money, and many parents want their children to practice as much as possible. I think we'll decide that depending on the physical conditions of the children. And we definitely will not look at the cultural problem, but we will look at the physical conditions. If the skaters can survive 7 days running, there will be 7 days running. If they need half a day off, then there will be half a day off, and so on.
Well, I suppose that the best day off is when the work is done. So the best option is to have an 8-day trip, to have 7 days on our camp and 1 day off on the sea.
But the last day is not part of our duties.
I also think that the work never ends.
But I understand the problem. I understand not the cultural side, but the problem I understand because it's quite difficult. When you go to regular practices, usually skaters practice 5 days, then half a day, then 6 days, half a day, and then 3 days. So that's the regular way of practice. So we'll see.
Oh, okay, it's on consideration.
Yes.
Okay, we have 2 questions also. So the first one is, how many athletes will be in each group during the camp?
Well, not too many, I would say, because at the moment I cannot answer this. We need to know the total number of skaters, and we definitely are not so close to the camp. But we don't want 2 big groups.
So all depends on you, our followers there. And okay, let's move forward to the second questions. And how you will share the athletes to the categories? But I think we have already answered these questions. Maybe on the YouTube.
Oh, well, not yet.
So maybe then, do you have any questions?
I suppose everything was clear from this live translation. We have answered a lot of questions, and if there are not any more questions on the Instagram or on the YouTube channel, so I suppose it's time to have
a rest for us.
a rest for us. Yeah, I would say like not a day off, but the evening off, if you can say this.
Yes. Because tomorrow is the Monday.
Okay, no, one more question. Will you have some lessons
no rest.
for the concentration? Like last they were quite interesting lessons, and I'm not sure that Alexander can ask this question, but I think that on the other side, or the moon, or the camera, there is Marie, and she can answer this question.
A special voice.
We are working on it.
We are working on it.
Okay. Well, we are working on it. So.
But what is correct? The problem is correct. How to skate at competitions? There are many skaters who are quite good at practices and do not show it at all at competitions, what we call minus start. And how to fight with this? How to concentrate on the performance? And the question is correct. We are thinking, maybe we'll try something, we'll see.
So we're in progress. We'll do our best.
Well, there is one more question.
Also on Instagram, one more.
Do the camps have the insurance in case of injuries?
The camp doesn't have any insurance. The insurance must be done by the parents of the skaters themselves.
Yeah, that's a good question, because everything can happen during the camp, and this is life. We are pretty good, but actually this is
written an announcement, and
When they register to the camp, usually I send them the list with the necessary before the camp. So they all will have this list.
So looking forward for your safety, but it depends on you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
it's your turn.
yeah, one more question. Will you organize competition in next season?
But
We
I
have
was
already
speaking-
done
Yeah. No, in the next season.
I was speaking about at least 3 competitions during the next season, and we are working at the dates. And as soon as we come to some conclusions, we'll publish it on our website. I think we'll try to publish it by summer, that it's information, at least for the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm. And so, the addition to this question, in which countries will competition be held?
There definitely will be something in Uzbekistan, maybe the same, approximately the same time as last year, that was the end of October. But we are trying to organize something in other countries as well. The main problem is, as I said before, the price of rice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So maybe some other questions we are ready to answer. We see that you are not sleeping and you don't want to get to give us the rest, but we're strong. We have some force and time also. So maybe on YouTube.
No.
No, we're free of questions now.
So I suppose we have live translation for like an hour and 15 minutes. So I suppose it's a good time to end up this to conclude this live stream. Thank you all to join us our live translation. Thank you, Alexander, for answering all the tough questions we have today. Thank you, Anne, for joining us also. And have a good evening, I suppose. And congratulations to the GSA for 1 year anniversary. We will move forward. We will be stronger and cooler next year. So it's only the start. Thank you very much.
And in addition, I would like to say that we will save this real translation, and you'll have the opportunity to see some and to hear some details which you could lose because you just could join us in the end. So we do the best, especially for you. Yeah.
So if somebody wants to view the translation again, what must he do?
Better to go to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We will publish the link.
Yeah.
The full live stream will be there.
Yeah.
With the good quality. Actually, it will be
the
maybe
best quality.
Better than in Instagram because it was some interruptions during the live stream.
Yeah, during the internet, but we're stronger than internet. So we have the full picture, full video on the YouTube. So I think that's all. And it's also, I would like to underline that it's the first real translations in such a big
A huge milestone.
yeah.
Big applause to our team.
Yeah.
Oh, and they had us here.
Yeah. And it's only the start.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So bye.
Bye.
See you at the camp.
See you in the competitions, seminars. Bye.